What's going on, y'all? I've been wanting to do this series for a little bit now. Uh, just an offline New York Jets rebuild. It's gonna be a slow process. I went ahead and simmed season one, and these are the results. I didn't play a single game, but I did individually sim each game, selecting the game goals um, each week. And so the Green Bay's won Super Bowl, as you can see, um, and there are listed awards to the right. Brees Hall was a nice surprise as Rookie of the Year offensively, and the team did not really do that well. Um, Let me see if I can find the standings. 6-11. Excuse me. 6-11. Here are my league franchise settings, and there's it's on all Madden simulation. Um, any player edits, and I have it on 15-minute quarters and no accelerated clock, but I won't be playing the full game. I think I'll just be doing the moments. Um, I also wanted to kind of limit the amount of superstar, and X Factor players in the game. I'm not a big fan, mainly because I feel like it's just a little too overpowering. And I didn't want to change the X Factors or the superstars, but I figured if I reduced the amount of stars, then these two couldn't, I guess you just couldn't get, I mean, there'd be a limit on how many of these stars could be superstars. That makes any kind of sense. Um, just trying to just reduce how OP I think superstar dev players are. X Factor, not so much because it takes a certain amount of accomplishment, so to speak, to get to X Factor, but superstars really are OP. So here you have it. Um, we can look at the season stats. Um, it was a decent year for Zach. Only 26 touchdowns and 12 picks. Not a bad season. I really tried to make the offense, excuse me, throw the ball a lot in order to progress him as much as I can. I mean, he's got sacked 56 times, so I guess my first order of business is that O-line. Um, I would just you need to get that addressed. Rushing, Brees Hall went off. I mean, 13 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 256 carries, which isn't bad at all. I went ahead and made a few trades. I'll show them to you in a bit. Receiving wise, Elijah Moore. I was hoping to get Garrett Wilson more involved, but this is a nice distribution among receivers. Tyler Conklin. Don't know if that was enough for a Pro Bowl. I doubt it. I mean, Corey Davis, um, Garrett Wilson. On defense, the Divine Diablo, who I traded for, um, I kind of made like a self-imposed rule. I know that in real circumstances that a team that possessed this kind of speedy linebacker isn't trading him, but however, the Raiders had him on the trading block and only wanted a left end, and so I thought, I just would move him for an end. I also moved converted rather, this team from 4-3 to 3-4, just a personal preference thing. Also, I'm in an online CFM playing a 3-4, so I think a part of this reason for me starting this offline CFM is to kind of just play around and see what is successful and if I can just translate that into my online CFM. I went ahead and also moved Bryce Hall to strong safety. Obviously, yes, not not really the most. You don't can't really convert him in real life to play. Obviously, they're two different positions, but um, I needed the speed and he was just available. I think it was like four deep in corners, so I decided to just move him. Sacks, we have to get that going. I like both these players. I think maybe something in my scheme to kind of get them going, to get them to be more aggressive. Um, I'll show you my team scheme in a second. Only three picks. Gardner only had two. Um, Whitehead had two. So, um, not a ton of deflections. There's safety in here. I like to see things like that. Forced fumbles. Not too many guys. Oh, three of them. That's not bad. A block kicked and no safeties. So it's not a very aggressive defense. I think O-line needs to be addressed. I think DT needs to be addressed. And yeah, I mean, my thing in the 3-4 is like, should I be playing someone like, I don't think he even had a sack. I'm looking for the sacks for oh, I guess the name escaped me. For Quinnen, only 4.5 sacks. I mean, I'm not sure if it's even a good season. I think it's a decent season. I think I would like to see 8. But we know from that position, we know from the 3-4, the left end, the D tackle, and or any end rather, aren't really your aren't really your pass rush guys. They're more run stuff, and taking on double teams to free up the linebackers, and that's what I kind of hope to do. I really like Jermaine Johnson, um, and Carl Lawson. Excuse me, I do like them. Mosley getting up there in age, I may have to replace him soon. I've got Devon Diablo, and maybe need one more other um, player. So let's go see the transactions that I made. So there's that. I guess I don't know, just some clarity, or I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Where is it? Transactions. Oh, league transactions. Here we go. And so let's see my trades. Okay, traded. So doesn't even show it. I guess because I'm in the off season already. Damn, that sucks. I wish I would have realized that prior to. I didn't know you can do a draft class edit. Interesting. Don't know where to begin with that. Okay, so um, that's that. So I guess the next time, I guess I'm gonna advance into week one. The next time you guys see me, um, yeah, pretty much that's it. So welcome. Hopefully you guys will enjoy some of the content. Um, yeah, we'll see. I'm not that good at the game, so so they may lose the way I lose in real life. I mean, it'll just happen. But right now they're playing well. I believe they're 4-2. So yeah, so offensive line. I mean, let's look at the roster, I guess. We'll take a look at the roster. Zach Wilson. He's got up. His throw power's gone up. The thing I don't like about Zach, and I believe this was hindering him, is the paranoid sense of pressure. I think that's a real issue. I don't really want to draft a quarterback, but if I get one in the later rounds that I think is decent, I will pull him in and hopefully get to groom him and then maybe trade Zach in his final season, maybe the final 2 years of his contract. I really want to keep it as realistic as possible. I know the NFL isn't a big trade trade happy league, but I kind of want to take advantage of the trade block when I can. Let's see if there's anyone on it. Manage in this roster. So it's not even available yet. Um, let's go to player resigns. Fisher probably won't bring back any of these guys. Um, I mean, I tried to trade Solomon Thomas. Just wouldn't happen. I think he's a naturally an end for 4-3. So perhaps in the future, what I'll do is leave guys at their positions and then look to trade them. Because it looks like when you move their position, the QB isn't the QB. The CPU really isn't in favor of picking them up. I'll look at the roster. I meant to look at the roster. I jumped away from that. Um, Look at it one more time. Only Hall. I really want to trade Carter. He's on a small deal. I may place him on the trade block. I don't really need two running backs being at Brees Hall. Oh, Brees Hall also gained superstar. Wow. Okay, so that's awesome. Became a superstar. None of my receivers gained superstar. I mean, those awards really help. Um, I'll probably give him short route elite, and I believe that one was like rack 'em up. I have them right now for Calvin. I like to throw to my running backs, and so, like I said, I kind of want to use this league to play the game, obviously, but also to kind of mirror what I'm doing in my online CFM. Obviously, I have a different team, and so it's not that quite possible. Eric Fisher, mm, I think we're gonna let him go. We're definitely gonna let him go. We want to get younger here. Running was offered to me, and I forget what deal that was. Like I said, I really wish I didn't know that it wouldn't show. I guess it's the beginning of the off season, so I guess the trade didn't show up. But yep, offered. I was offered him. So those are the deals I'm making. Like I'm placing guys on trade blocks, and then whatever offers I receive is what I'm taking or looking at or passing on or whatever the case may be. I am not really fostering any trades. Um, just when I just feel like as a human user, like the CPU can't really evaluate the talent as accurately as we do. Like I said, getting Divine Diablo a 90 speed middle linebacker in an online CFM would be almost impossible to prime off someone's hands. But like I said, the Raiders were offering him for a left end, and I had a few that I couldn't convert from left end to outside linebacker. Just didn't work out, and so I moved them. Um, I think I kind of like him at guard. We'll leave him here. Um, got a long-term deal with this guy, Lakin Tomlinson, so we'll keep him 91 awareness. I like it. He's only 31 years old. Um, a tip for some of you guys, if you happen to watch this, um, offensive linemen play for a while in this game, and they really don't lose if they're a superstar. They don't really lose their abilities. They just don't. So if you can find one, you grab one. Uh, but like maybe next season, I'm trying to look to do the same in my online CFM. Vera Tucker, very good, and Makai Becton, who's still hurt and still has superstar. Um, I will leave him at right tackle. Just doesn't have the speed enough for me, I think, to play left tackle. Um, but a house of a man, and I think um, I'll enjoy having him. Here's my issue right now. John Franklin Myers is not a traditional 3-4 N, but it is. This is a game. So he's 292, a little shy of 300 pounds, where I kind of like him, but he has 90 strength. and the block shed is nice. And so I think I'll just leave him here. He's also I hate when I mean probably got hurt, so it probably affected my season. Michael Clemens, who's a nice player, probably won't really see that much time. Just unfortunate. Quentin Williams, right end. Need to get his block shed up. Sheldon Rankins. I definitely also need a DT. I really like Jonathan Marshall. That 79 speed is super attractive, but I don't know if he'll have the stats to be a better player. Um, that's just I don't know. I think it's hard to really get these guys to like. I don't even know what a good season for a DT looks like. I guess a handful of sacks, tackles for losses, but what's a good number? Left outside linebacker, Jermaine Johnson. Love it here. I think I'm yeah, just a solid player. Um, I'll probably definitely release this guy. Like I'm all locked up. I didn't really want to clean up house, but I if definitely probably gonna let Quincy go. I might keep him just for sentimental value. Lawson can stay. Jacob Martin is interesting. Um, you know what? Maybe I'll trade Lawson. 28 years old. Um, the cap hit is only 330,000. And then maybe I'll go out and get me a young outside linebacker. Or possibly move Johnson, but I still need another on the other side. Something to consider. Matter of fact, can I add him to a trade block? I'll add him to the trade block soon. Set at corner, Gardner, Reed, Carter. Also offered Avery Thomas offered to me in a deal. Again, once again, the computer's offering these trades. I don't go out and seek them. And I believe I got a safety as well. Caden Stearns. I believe he's from the Broncos. And so, like I said, not realistic in the sense that these teams really wouldn't trade these guys. Just that I put a few you guys on the trade block, and this is what came back. Um, yeah. So that's that. Draft picks. I picked six. Wow, interesting. I wonder if the computer offers me some picks to trade down, I might. Um, but anyway, like I said, oh, 6 round. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna be here all day drafting. Mm, okay, guys, I think that's it for the night. Um, like I said, this is also a league I'm gonna use to mirror my other league. Obviously, once I get past certain stages, it'll kind of deviate a bit. But the next time you'll see me will be preseason week 1. Peace.